Well, good afternoon. It's Dr. J on the Dr. J Today Show, and we're thankful you've come back. I hope you enjoyed that first segment of our show today where basically Dr. J's gone to the dogs. We talked to Christy and that wonderful lady who owns Wagon Tails Boarding and Pet Salon. And now in the studio with us today, live, is none other than Philip Kensington. And Philip, tell us who you are and what you do in regard to dogs.
Well, thank you. My name is Philip Kensington, and me and my wife own a dog training company based out of Charlotte. We also service Rock Hill, Fort Mill area, Weddington, Waxhaw, and lately we've been actually helping families in Charleston and Utah and California and Washington, D.C.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir.
Well, you know, when I met you at Starbucks, our favorite place to go, you had a little puppy with you. What was that? You remember that?
Watson.
Watson. And I think you told me you were training it for a D.C. ride.
Yep. She just went home about a week or two ago. So
fantastic. Now, you call yourself Keen Dog, K-E-E-N Dog.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, training, Keen Dog Training. Why did you choose that name?
Well, keen means eager, and we believe that, you know, obedience shouldn't be a chore. It should just be a bonding experience. So we want our dogs to be enjoying the training process and not just like, you know, school, oh, I got to do this or I got to sit, or you want them to be eager to please you so that they enhance your relationship with them and not just hinder your lifestyle. So
you're training for obedience?
Yep.
What other trainings do you do?
Well, you know, obedience is kind of vague. We don't really like to just fix dogs. We like to enhance your lifestyle. So if, you know, you like to go to Starbucks and walk 7 miles. So if we were to train a dog that you might have, we would ask you, hey, like, what's your lifestyle? What do you like to do? Okay. And we would really try and mold the dog to your lifestyle so it's more of a relationship versus, oh, I'm just going to go walk my dog. Don't just walk your dog, you know, go out, do some obedience while you're walking your dog, bring a toy with you and things like that. So
okay, so the old days of just sit, roll over, and fetch. You don't just do those kind of things.
Yeah, that's the easy stuff. You know, we want to just you know, have more of a community. You know.
Well, I did notice that. What was the little dog's name? Watson?
Watson, yeah.
Okay. How old was that puppy?
She was about 4 months, a little over, 4.5 months.
So she was cute.
Yeah.
And everybody at Starbucks wanted to come over and talk, and we had to keep saying, no, she's in training.
Yes.
But I noticed that even at that young age, and you'd only had her a few weeks at that time, or days, whatever it was, she just sat right there, just obedient. If you didn't look for her, you didn't know she was there.
Yeah. Well, actually, we were training her since about 10 weeks. Okay. So it was a couple months of training. But yeah, she's super social and she wants to be loved and wants to do that. But you know, we teach the dog. We don't actually teach a stay command. Okay. So if we tell her down, she's expected to stay down until I release her. So she really waits for that command. That way, people can become a reward for her, and not just using food or anything like that. So when she knows she does this, I'll let her go say hi to people afterwards.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did notice that. You did that, and you gave her a lot of treats.
Yep.
Okay, so now, is there a particular breed that you found trains easier, or maybe if our the people listening are trying to get something for the family?
That's a tough one because I say that the hardest breed is the human breeds.
That's for amen. Yeah, I agree with that. Pastoring for 40 years and teaching for 13. Amen.
Yeah, you know, there's every breed's different. I will say that. You know, when you get a dog early, it's a lot easier. It's a blank canvas, so they don't really know any better.
So it is easier to teach a young dog new tricks than an old dog, like the old lady says.
Absolutely.
But can you take a dog that's maybe been in the family for a couple of years?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The oldest dog we trained was 12. So,
are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
And we just had, I think, a 10 and 11-year-old Dachshund sign up.
Are you serious?
A couple days ago, yeah.
So we can get a new puppy with a blank slate. Or we've got an old dog that needs to be taught new tricks. Yeah. And you can do either or.
Absolutely. It's all about finding what motivates the dog. You know, dogs just like humans are motivated by different things, you know. Okay. Some humans are motivated by, you know, freedom of time or money. And then, you know, dogs might be motivated by toys, food, love, praise.
So you have to discover the dog.
Absolutely.
Like you was talking about Watson, her reward was people.
Yeah, she loves people.
Because she was social. What breed was she?
She's an English Golden.
And beautiful dog.
Yes, she's out of Joanna Cava, Tanglewood Golden. So.
Oh, wow.
And right in Fort Mill.
Really? Okay. So do you furnish dog? Can I buy a pet from you trained, or do I have to bring my pet to train?
Well, we have a program with a couple of breeders, Gene Cooper's and Cooper's Aussies and Seasons Gold, and we're starting a relationship with Jenna Lee, and she's in Charleston. She does Golden Doodles. But so for Watson, the owners had purchased her and then sent them to us to train for about 8 weeks of training. So then we bring the dog back.
Okay.
We do have a lab, actually, right now that we're looking for a home for that you could buy. She's fully trained.
Fully trained.
Yeah.
Okay. So now Christmas time's coming.
Yes.
And everybody likes to put a ribbon on a puppy. And every time I put a ribbon on a puppy, he peed in the package. I mean, it's just terrible. So my experience with dogs has not been very good. Maybe I need you on as my partner for sure.
Absolutely.
Is this a good time to, when should we, if we're really thinking about giving a pet for Christmas, should we start now?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, start being proactive and looking. You know, I named a lot of breeders, but there are also a lot of great dogs from shelters as well.
Right, rescue dogs.
There's a lot of rescue dogs that are awesome that we've trained. You know, we think that every dog needs a home. You know, every dog should get a fair chance. You know, obviously going with breeder, there's more genetics, so you know the history of the dog.
Right.
But there's, you know, some breeders that aren't the best.
Right.
The ones that I've named are good. But I would, you know, take a look at your lifestyle and look for what you want. Just do your research on what kind of dog would be good, you know.
So there's really not a bad breed or a good breed. It's just whatever our preference may be.
Yeah. Just, you know, doing your due diligence and looking at, you know, well, am I an on-the-go kind of family?
Right.
You know, do I want a dog to go with me on the go? Would be different than a dog that just wants to sit around and be a hippie, you know. So,
well, you know, so that's a great idea. So we can train our pet friends, our family members, to become true family members, and they can adjust to our lifestyle. We don't necessarily have to adjust to theirs. That's interesting.
We had an Australian Shepherd. His name's Pacer, and the family does triathletes, you know, and they run and swim, and so we go on the bike. So we worked with them to do that sort of thing.
Oh, wow.
We've also worked with families that like to go to soccer games and football games for the kids. So, you know, we've taught them to, you know, stay in the down position like you saw Watson do while, you know, families are doing that sort of thing. So,
and you also, I guess, would teach them to be friendly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because that's important.
Absolutely.
Now, I also see on your ad, by the way, if you get the Hollywood Savings magazine, if you're in the Rock Hill area, he has an ad for the Keen Dog, and it's got some good specials. If you don't get the magazine and you like the special about to talk about, you can certainly get it on Hollywood Savings with an S, Hollywood Savings with an S, .info, not .com, .info, hollywoodsavings.info. And his ad is on page 4 of our magazine. You can print that off, and he'll be sure to give you the special. You have a free in-home consultation where you'll come by our home, look at our pet, and advise us what program is best for us. Is that right? So
Yes,
you're kind of like a consultant to the dog and
Yes,
to the
sir.
family. That's fantastic. And then we have $100 off any in-home training program for your pet. Now, here, I got white carpet.
Yeah.
Can you train a dog not to do what he ought not to do on my white carpet?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
And I've got a 16-month-old grandson. Can you train my dog to love him?
Well, you know, that's we can work with them. We can work with them.
So this is the kind of training, and this is what makes it exciting, is if when you invest in someone like Philip and his beautiful wife, who couldn't be with us today, but they have on and off leash obedience training. That means, obviously, you can teach them don't have to have a leash.
Yes, sir.
They just obey commands or even body language, I guess.
Yeah. We want them to work with you, not for you. So.
And then you immerse the family at one point. You're teaching them to obey you, but then at some point we get together, I guess, and you teach them, transfer that obedience to us.
Yeah, so for the in-home consultations, we like the whole family to be there.
Okay.
And so I'll spend, you know, or any one of our trainers will spend 10 to 15 minutes getting the dog to work on, let's say, a walk.
Okay.
And then it's like, all right, now it's your turn. You know,
Okay.
so now we do it together. So it's like I go, we go, and then you go. And then I watch you do it and make sure that the dog gets it. And, you know, we'll take play breaks in between. And then, you know, if you have a grandson, you know, hand it off to him or anything like that.
So this training is done in the home usually, but you also offer boarding training.
Yeah, so we have an immersion program.
Immersion, that's what it's called.
Yeah, we have an immersion program where they stay with us for about 2 weeks.
Okay.
And for that, We do, depending on if you're in town with that. Some people like to do it when they go on vacation,
Mm-hmm.
but we might meet up halfway through, do a session with you.
Okay.
Now, the cool thing about it is we want you to feel comfortable. So we'll send you pictures and videos a couple times a day of exactly what we're doing.
Okay.
We have some full-time photographers, videographers that capture some great footage. And so if you're on any social media handle, you'll see your dog up there with us at the Light Rail or the Riverwalk area, Walter Elijah Park, out there going through the training.
Okay.
And then when we drop the dog off, a couple days before, we send you an email list of, we ask you, like, hey, send us your schedule, and we'll try and put in times for you to work with your dog. Like, we'll make a schedule for you guys and the family. And then we'll drop it off. We'll do a session with you guys, and then we'll follow up with another session. But truly, like you saw, our biggest advantage and our biggest thing that we really push is our group classes.
Right. That's cool.
Yeah, our group classes is where the training really begins.
Okay.
So that's where you go. We have them at Riverwalk, like you saw. You get to meet other keen dog owners, and one of our greatest things that we enjoy seeing on a Facebook or Instagram, customers meeting up and training together.
That's cool. Well, it's Keen Dog. This is Philip. Tell us how to get in touch with you, Philip, the easiest way. How you doing?
So the easiest way to get in touch with us is our website, and then send us an email, info@keendogtraining.com.
Whoa, slow down.
Sorry, info@keendogtraining.com.
info@keendogtraining.com.
Yep, and you can click book now for a session. If you have any questions, there's actually a contact us form. Our number, right here is in 803-228-4232, or Facebook, Instagram.
Okay, so you're everywhere.
We're everywhere.
Facebook, Instagram, keendogtraining.com, keendogtraining.com. And Philip's been our guest today. This is the way to get your pet trained, immersed in your family, have a wonderful experience rather than, as you like to say, make training a bonding experience, not just a chore.
Yes.
Thanks for being with us today on the Dr. J Today Show.
Yes.
And listeners, we appreciate you, whether you're listening on the WDRB media platform, the iHeartRadio, TuneIn app, AM/FM 247 network, WWCR, or any of the 20 terrestrial stations we're on worldwide. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again next time. Until then, let's make a difference around the corner, around the globe.